Interesting question. Like any optical question that is asked, it depends. No, seriously. Um, it really does depend in this case because there are different ways in which PON networks are being built. And the most simple PON is basically a single splitter that is equally divided in signals to your subscriber. So if you said, hey, I want to do a single split PON and there's only going to be a 13 dB drop to that signal, can I use a traditional OTDR? The answer is yes. Any OTDR has the ability to support single splits, especially for the lower ratios. However, that is not true when you start dealing with more complex PON build structures. So more and more today, PONs are being built with multiple splitters, which is called a cascade split relationship. And there's also coexistence, which means that the network is supporting both 1G and 10G PON OLTs, which another MUX or what is called a coexistence filter is used in order to bring these different services onto the same PON outside plant. So having said that, in order for me to be able to measure these types of new PON deployments that are currently being built, I need to have OTDRs that are called PON or PON optimized OTDRs. And the reason for that is not only do I require more dynamic range because splitters can be on the order of up to 18 or 20 plus dB loss when traffic goes through that splitter. So that's a lot of loss that's being introduced in order to give you more subscribers. However, not all OTDRs have the ability or the dynamic range to be able to use short pulse widths so that you can isolate and measure the quality of the two splitters that are in the fiber structure. So one, the challenge is, do I have enough dynamic range? And can I use a short enough pulse width to resolve each splitter? And two, will my OTDR be able to handle the huge loss that occurs across the splitter? And the answer is not unless it's been optimized to take that type of a hit.